Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Interesting times in the digital asset space. I gotta tell you, the market is doing what the market does. Holy moly. Not a great look at all right now going on in the overall crypto space in terms of the market and the prices sideways to downward pressure for sure. We'll go over that on CoinGecko. Shout out to Crypto Eddie and John Deaton and the XRP family. Boy, I gotta tell you, it just keeps getting better and better and better. Everyone plays their role. Everyone can do what they can do to expose the corruption. And for me and my money, it all centers around Sullivan and Cromwell. And what's going to really ultimately, really ultimately decide all of this is, will someone have the courage to take this exposure of corruption to the highest level? Because when you have the likes of Simpson and Thatcher and Sullivan and Cromwell, which is not a law firm, it's a law firm in disguise. What it really is a multinational corporation. And I'll show you proof of that. People can sometimes feel like they just can't get it done. They just can't prove the corruption because of the powers that be. So we'll see. And then William Hinman 1000% knew the power of Sullivan and Cromwell. 1000% knows the power of Sullivan and Cromwell. That's why he did what he did. Is that he believes that they'll figure a way to out of this where he won't get in trouble. And unless members of Congress get involved, he's probably right. But anyway, let's go over this stuff. This is your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I'm telling you guys, it's bad. It's bad. We're exposing it. You know, some people research, some people put it out on the airways, some people get it to social media, but in either case, collectively, each of us need all of us, and all of us need each of us. This is your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. John Deaton put this out. So Crypto is Key on Twitter put this out here about the awesome Crypto Eddie doing her thing. I hope you're doing well. Crypto is Key tweeted out, Crypto Eddie finds a different kind of proof that Hinman was well aware of his involvement with the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, because we all know he said, I believe he actually said he wasn't aware of who the EEA was. I believe he said that in this deposition, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe. Now, remember, John Deaton is saying that we have to actually have proof that when Hinman knew that Simpson and Thatcher was part of the EEA, he would have to have proof that he knew of EEA, of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, right? And we have figured that out. It says, John Deaton retweeted this and said, this dude here, hope he has a good lawyer. Yeah, he has a good lawyer. He has a multinational corporation behind him, responsible for all kind of world events. All right, so Johnny Deaton says, I freaking love the XRP community in the slews. Incredible job by Crypto Eddie demonstrating Hinman's awareness of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. And a lot of this is, by the way, and I'll show you, is constructed by Joseph Lubin. He knew he needed help, and he went, again, I told you this, he sold his soul to JP Morgan. He got the people from Sullivan and Cromwell involved in trying to own this market. And the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance is nothing more than a bunch of freaking companies, law firms that tried to own this market. Trying to own this freaking market. So incredible job of Crypto Eddie demonstrating Hinman's awareness of the EEA. This Decentralized justice thing is a phenomenon that will be taught and written about, will be taught in schools and written about in history, what was going on and what we're doing. Let's see, I want to share this one with you with the Sullivan and Cromwell deal, because I think this is important. So New York Post put this out. SEC officials who missed the Madoff now in top spots at major law firms. Got down here Simpson and Thatcher. People who missed, quote unquote, the Madoff scam are now lawyers at Simpson and Thatcher, right? I want you to listen to this right here. This is so important. John Deaton said, it has nothing to do with competency, nothing to do with competency. The misses have nothing to do with competency and everything to do with connections. People can take shots at Joseph Lubin, but it was damn smart to hire Clayton's partners. So if your deal is that you want to own this market and you want to corrupt your way to ownership, then you go to Clayton's partners from Sullivan and Cromwell. You know, the multinational company disguising themselves as a law firm. Why do you think Hinman emailed Lubin to set up that first meeting? Hinman emailed Lubin. Hinman emailed Lubin. To set up that first meeting on December 13th of 2017. Take a listen to this. Lubin made a Sullivan and Cromwell, Joseph Lubin, who entered this decentralized space that was supposed to be a level freaking playing field where the market would decide the winners and losers. Joseph Lubin made a Sullivan and Cromwell partner, deputy general counsel, and co-director of the Brooklyn Project, that quote unquote thing that they all came together with for the SEC. He hired other lawyers. Joseph Lubin hired other lawyers from Sullivan and Cromwell, that multinational company. And I'm going to show you some stuff there that's going to just shock you. Sullivan and Cromwell represented Joseph Lubin's company, Consensus, and brokered the JP Morgan Consensus Quorum deal. Brokered the deal. Brokered the deal. JP Morgan and Consensus Quorum deal with the JPM coin. And he has in parentheses, you know, the XRP killer coin. How did they get such access to the SEC? John Deaton asked. Jay Clayton directed Hinman, Jay Clayton, Sullivan and Cromwell partner, directed Hinman to email Lubin and Consensus, and the rest is freaking history. Clayton brought Hinman on. Remember that. Jay Clayton, partner of Sullivan Cromwell, the multinational corporation disguising themselves as a law firm, directed Bill Hinman to email Lubin and Consensus, and the rest is history. Does it freaking stink? Of course it does. Want to get, I don't know what that is right there. Think of this. What if Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, Joel Katz, and Stuart Ariardi would have hired Sullivan Cromwell when Clayton was appointed chairman. Here, disagree, not often, but this time you're dead wrong. Connections is one thing, corruption's another. Hinman's an attorney just like you. If I committed a crime and we were connected, you may guide me or advise me, but you would not compromise your professional integrity. I think that's just about the dumbest thing ever. Professional integrity is compromised every single day. Every single day. By all kinds of professions. Not just lawyers. Every profession has someone or some people who compromise their professional integrity for whatever the reason might be. Now, most times it's the dollar, but to suggest that just because someone has a profession of being an attorney, that they won't compromise their professional integrity is lunacy. We're talking about a supposed law firm who is in the business, who is in the business of compromising their professional integrity. Are you freaking kidding me? So let's first show. So Mr. I don't even know how to say that name there. That's one of the silliest things ever said. Just take a listen to what Crypto Eddie here has shared. This is a little lengthy, but it's important that we understand the bigger picture because we have to know really what it is that we're up against. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I want us to really get the bigger picture that they're trying to take it away from us and we have to fight for it. We can't just sit around and think that we're helpless. We have to fight for it.
A thread, and he is explaining why it's imperative that we have proof beyond a shadow of a doubt of whether or not Hinman knew Simpson Thacher, who was paying him millions while he was at the SEC, if he actually knew that his old law firm, Simpson Thacher, was a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, often referred to as the EEA. Now, Moon Lambo and Jungle Inc. covered this thread very well in their videos yesterday. But I woke up this morning and I said, wow, let me see if I can find that proof. Well, what I did find is a different kind of proof. By joining the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, you and your organization will be the company of some of the most influential businesses from the sector around the globe. The EEA membership gives those organizations that join access.
And I'm going to pause this for a second because, remember how we were asking about the Digital Chamber of Commerce or whatever, the DCE, whatever they are, and how they hadn't responded to anything going on with the Ripple versus SEC versus Ripple case. And I don't know if it was Stefan Huber or TAIG, I forget which one, showed that the DCEA that's supposed to be representing all of crypto, became the EEA became a strategic partner, a strategic freaking partner for the DCEA or whatever they call them. So digital chambers, whatever they call themselves. But listen to this, by joining the EEA, you and your organization will be in the company of some of the most influential businesses in every sector from around the globe. Do you get what this is saying here? This is about becoming part of a multinational company. Power, influence. They're saying it. You and your organization will be in the company of some of the most influential businesses in every sector from around the globe. The EEA membership gives your organization access to cutting edge advances in enterprise Ethereum blockchain technology. It doesn't say enterprise blockchain technology. It says enterprise Ethereum technology.
Access to cutting edge advances in the enterprise Ethereum blockchain technology and the opportunity to help make them happen. So you can find that their mission basically is to share the latest developments in the technology, identify and remove barriers to adoption, and disseminate their work throughout the Ethereum community. Now, knowing that, I want you to follow me here. I'm on the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission website, and this is the biography that was published when William Hinman became the director of the Division of Corporate Finance. And you can see here that prior to joining Simpson,
I want you to understand something as well. Jay Clayton, partner at Sullivan and Cromwell, brought on William Hinman to the SEC. Right? Because Sullivan and Cromwell has to have, right? They got to have some people who help them. You got to have some people who are willing to play ball for them.
Thatcher in 2000, Mr. Hinman was the managing partner of the Sherman and Sterling San Francisco and Menlo Park offices. So that bit of fact is very important, and I'll show you why. This is August 2017, the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance Legal Industry Working Group press release. They are announcing that they have 14 leading law firms and academic institutions that have joined the EEA, one of which is the Sherman and Sterling law firm. Now hang on, it doesn't stop here. Now just keeping the timelines in mind, remember that the speech that Hinman gave giving Ethereum a green light was in June 2018. Here we are in June 2017, 1 year prior. A Robert Evans III was named Deputy Director in the SEC's Division of Corporate Finance. This position would join another director as a senior advisor to the division's director, William Hinman. Most recently, it goes on to say that Mr. Evans worked at Sherman and Sterling LLP as a partner in the firm's capital markets practice. Mr. Evans had experience advising on public and private offerings, securities law compliance, and corporate governance. Rob has many years of experience helping U.S. and international companies and financial institutions comply with the U.S. securities law, said Hinman. He is a thoughtful disclosure lawyer with skills critical to the SEC's mission to protect investors, maintain fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and facilitate capital formation. So reviewing the facts, Hinman was a managing partner of Sherman Sterling. Hinman had to know his former firm, Sherman and Sterling, was on the EEA Legal Industry Working Group. He had to know that.
Right, he has to know that because he was a partner, not an employee. He wasn't there to fix the fax machine. He wasn't just an attorney. He was a partner. A partner. Do you see what I'm saying? He's partners. And do you see what she's saying? The dude was a partner. This says Ether FinTech blog. It says this is by the partner thing. The chairman and I forget the. He was a partner here, right? He was a partner with this company. Partner. Ether and XRP face heightened regulatory scrutiny.
And he snagged his buddy from Sherman to advise him. That just can't be disputed. The Sherman firm wrote an article about Ethereum and XRP facing
the law firm wrote the article.
Heightened regulatory scrutiny 23 days before the Hinman speech, citing Gensler had sent waves through the industry when he raised the idea they were both non-compliant. So obviously, they set to greenlight Ethereum for safety, leaving XRP to the wolves.
Leaving XRP to the wolves. Because this law firm was part of the enterprise Ethereum alliance. Yeah, so Mr. Evans becomes the deputy, reporting directly to Bill Hinman. Do you see how, are you putting the pieces together? Absolutely unfreaking believable. So, and again, in that deposition, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe when Hinman was deposed, he said he was not aware that his law firm was part of the EEA. I believe that to be correct. Let's learn about this multinational corporation or company that is Sullivan Cromwell.
Hugo Turner is a writer and a researcher specializing in the history of anti-imperialism. He blogs at anti-imperialist-u.blogspot.com. And you can find him on Twitter at Hugo Turner 1969 and on Facebook as well. I'm excited to have him here to discuss his new article, Sullivan and Cromwell, Capitalism, Intelligence, and Fascism, which appears at libya360.wordpress.com. This is an article about the infamous U.S. corporate law firm that launched the careers of the Dulles brothers. So thanks for coming on today, Hugo.
Thanks for inviting me.
Definitely. So it's common on the left to people talk about corporate power, but it's kind of abstract. So what you've done here is you're focusing on one of the law firms that's kind of so important, the real guiding hands of the corporate power. So tell us how corporate lawyers have affected our history.
Well, Sullivan Cromwell is the premier Wall Street law firm, and it served even more powerful, which is like the multinational corporations. And before there was a CIA, the corporations had to carry out their own coups. And Sullivan Cromwell was a law firm that you could go to if you wanted that kind of thing done. United Fruit was like another corporation that could carry out coups on its own. So Sullivan Cromwell, I'm interested mainly because, of course, the most influential CIA director, Dulles, worked at Sullivan Cromwell. So did his brother, who became the Secretary of State and was a major Cold War architect, John Foster Dulles. While I was researching it, I discovered that Sullivan Cromwell had created the Panama Canal and launched the coup and done all that stuff that in school you learned that it was Teddy Roosevelt, but this is before Teddy Roosevelt was in office. So if you want to cover like the history of the corporations, the rise of the multinational, like the birth of our world, where like intelligence agencies and these multinational corporations rule the world, and there's really nothing ordinary people can do about it, you got to like research the history of Sullivan Cromwell, because it's just sort of a case study in how things really work.
Yeah, let's start with the beginning of their history. You wrote basically this started from even before the Civil War.
Yes, there's two founders, Algernon Sidney Sullivan, and he before the Civil War he was married to one of George Washington's descendants, but private to the American aristocracy, and she was like very pro-slavery, pro-South, and his clients were all like Southern businessmen who, when they needed business done in New York, they would use him. So he was actually locked up during the Civil War for defending pirates by the then Secretary of State, William Seward, because he was considered like treacherous for doing this. Basically, like today, we would call them terrorists, basically, because they launched these ships and were just raiding without any, like, pretending to be a merchant ship and raiding people, and they were caught.
These are the Southern ships, the Confederate ships, right?
Yeah, this was these Confederate pirates, and he was locked in jail, but he was released right before the thing actually went to trial, and he won the case. But his partner was actually the son of a Union officer. It's kind of like how Sullivan Cromwell always hedges his bets or will play both sides of the fence. Or it has a paradoxical side to the way they do things. Like they were the first to hire Jewish lawyers, but then they were also like central in doing business with Nazi Germany. So
Yeah, definitely check out this video, guys, for sure, to just to get a better understanding. You know, I've been on a little thing here about promoting the book, so you can learn more about it. But this video here, if you watch it, there's different .orgs you can go to learn even more if you don't want to get the book. But that's what we're up against. Remember, Jay Clayton, partner, I believe, at Sullivan Cromwell. And the history of this multinational corporation is what it is. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. So in any case, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.